Captain Rodrigo asked that you head to the castle right away. He has an urgent matter to discuss.
Has something happened again?
Rest assured, there's no immediate danger to the duchy. This concerns the arrangements for the funeral of the Archduke and Princess Yelena. Captain Rodrigo seeks your assistance.
So it's really time for Princess Yelena's funeral? It doesn't feel real. We saw the real her once. Are we truly saying goodbye to the real her?
Yes, the entire duchy grieves her loss. But your presence would mean so much to us. If you're able, please make your way to the castle as soon as possible.
Sir Rodrigo, you look completely worn out. It's like you're carrying the weight of the whole duchy on your shoulders.
Am I? Perhaps I am. With the Frost Fury sealed once again, we've worked tirelessly to keep the peace. And then, the deaths of His Grace and Princess Yelena. Thankfully, the Ducal Guard suffered only minor losses, and we've quelled most of the disorder. For now, we're holding things together. Indeed. The castle interior has never returned to normal. We've tried everything, chipping away at the snow-covered walls, laying new polished stone pathways, even attempting to restore, but all the craftsmen's efforts were in vain. Our tools left the walls untouched, and
I suppose the Hypogean's corruption left its mark on the...
That's what I think too. Even so, without the Frost Fury's influence, this castle hasn't felt the same since the princess's passing. It's as though I've sent a detailed report to the Lightbearer Empire, requesting assistance in locating a collateral heir of the royal court has assured me that, should no heir be found, they will appoint a new Archduke for White Ridge in due time. Until then, I've been instructed to temporarily manage the duchy's affairs, alongside the palace guard.
That sounds like an incredible amount of work!
It is. Precisely because of anything less would dishonor the memory of the Archduke and the princess. I cannot fail them. Not well, I'm afraid. Aside from St. Callahan's temple in Cedartown, nearly all other temples have been ruined. The Divinum Centrum has taken the heretic threat very seriously and dispatched a new group of acolytes. They arrived at White Ridge Temple just days ago. I apologize. I've never For now, the guards have converted a room into a funeral room to lay the princess's body until burial.
When we explored the castle before, we found that Archduke Felisa had been fully transformed. Rodrigo, I'm so sorry.
There's no need to apologize. What you did was for the duchy. It was both noble and necessary. That thing was no longer the Archduke we knew. It left no remains behind, and it would be unthinkable to display such a form before. We'll likely need to use his personal belongings as a stand-in.
Keep your spirits up, Captain Rodrigo. No matter...
You're right, little knight. For the sake of granting peace to his great...
If there's anything we can do to help, we don't know much about White Ridge's funeral customs, but we want to make...
Thank you, truly. I've never handled such rites before. But the acolytes sent by the temple should have not. Magister, your assistance is needed. There may be matters only you can resolve.
It's been so long!
It has been a while, everyone. I'm glad to see that the goddess continues to guide.
Wait a second! Why aren't you surprised to see us?
The temple's missive mentioned that a mage had sealed the Hypogean. From what I've heard, there is but one person who could have accomplished such a feat. Magister Merlin. Is that so? That particular detail was absent.
Dame Temisia, I presume. I am Rodrigo, captain of the Palace Guard of White Ridge. The Magister and I are here to oversee the funerals of the Archduke and the Princess. As a guard, I lack expertise in funeral arrangements. The Velisa family traditionally coordinated such matters with the temple. Do you know if any of the newly arrived acolytes possess the knowledge needed to assist us?
Funeral preparations. I recommend speaking with Acolyte Ison. He is deeply versed in such customs. However, he is currently leading efforts to cleanse the lingering evil within the temple and may not have come. I will take... Acolyte Ison, this is Rodrigo, the captain of the Palace Guard. He seeks your guidance for the funeral.
By Dura's grace, I humbly request your aid at Velisa Castle.
At the castle, you say? Forgive me, Captain, but my priorities must remain. White Ridge Temple is yet tainted with the unholy residue of evil. As stewards of Dura's will...
Yet the funerals cannot proceed without the presence of the temple. What are we to do?
Noble funerals have long been held at White Ridge Temple, Captain. The process is not as complex as it may seem. Should you need to manage the preparation...
But these are no ordinary funerals.
Captain, the Velisa family served the goddess with unparalleled humility and devotion. Their funerals reflect this. Simple yet profound. Marked...
There, I see. Very well.
I've heard that nobles in White Ridge are interred in ice...
Indeed. Commoners are laid to rest in pine or cypress coffins, while the noble... Once the ice caskets are prepared, the temple provides consecrated frost oil to ensure the casket... The body of the deceased must first be cleansed, a duty often undertaken by their closest family or tribe. The body then rests for 3 days before the goddess's statue in the burial grounds, a vigil seeking her mercy and blessing. Only after this can the memorial ceremony commence. In the there is a tradition for loved ones to offer sapphire blossoms before sealing a casket, a gesture symbolizing their eternal longing to accompany the departed.
Let me confirm. Prepare the ice casket. Cleanse the body. Hold the 3...
Precisely. How at present the temple has no ice caskets available. With our acolytes engaged in vital tasks, we cannot spare the labor to craft one. You will need to commission a skilled craftsman for the job.
Magister, why don't we find Hugin?
Creating an ice casket is a delicate process. Furthermore...
Understood.
The cultists still haven't been fully eradicated.
Well, if it isn't my favorite bunch! I was just thinking about you all, and here you are! So, what should I make next? After finishing the festival ice sculpture, this town's been dreadfully dull. I'm itching for a project!
How about switching from ice sculptures to ice caskets?
That's still just ice! Where's the challenge in that? Ah, right.
Besides these two, the temple has also requested wooden coffins for the victims of the Hypogean attack. We must ensure Right now, it's most important to comfort the departed souls and ease the people's grief. I'm sorry we don't have something more creative for you to work on.
What? Why are you apologizing now? This is the most important task of all! My crew on Artisan Avenue will treat this with the utmost care and give it everything we have! That poor girl, Yelena. The festival, everyone worked so hard to bring joy to this town. And now this? It's a shame.
If you're able, Master Hugin, please rally your craftsmen and head to White Ridge Temple as soon as possible. The acolytes there may be able to assist with some of the preparations.
Don't worry. I'll round up Haldor and the others in no time. Oh, one question though. What about materials? Do we have enough ice blocks and wood?
We have plenty of wood, but as for ice block...
Ha! No problem. We'll gather what we need. Times, here's the plan, Magister. Help me carve some ice blocks and get them to the temple.
If I'm not mistaken, there is a graveyard situated on the cliff across the river.
Yes, that's right. Have you been there?
We encountered a group of undead on our first night in the duchy. At the time, we didn't know they weren't hostile, so we engaged them. After being wounded, they retreated to that very graveyard. Some knights pursued them and witnessed one undead hopping from one tombstone to the next, cackling. They mentioned it was a
Yes, the undead have long lingered in here, despite the ducal guard's tireless efforts to keep the more hostile ones at bay.
Don't worry. The acolytes have already joined forces with some of the more reasonable Graveborn to find a solution to this problem. I am hopeful that peace will soon be restored. I don't know their names, but one of them was a general who once defended White...
Ah, General Valka. We are well aware of her legacy as a hero. And furthermore, she and Magister Merlin were the ones who aided the... If I may, I would like to invite General Valka to attend the princess's funeral. I would also like to invite the ancestor of the Velisa family, who lives in the Duskmire Forest. Though he has long since become one of the undead, he remains the last living blood relative of the Archduke and the princess.
Regarding the funeral of nobles, that once we return, we can discuss this matter with Acolyte Eisen. But for now, let us focus on preparing...
Sorry for the wait. We've got plenty of ice blocks, enough to make 2 caskets.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Leave the rest to us. We'll finish the job on time, or...
We place our trust in your hands.
Ah, and that elderly acolyte over there wish...
Oh, Acolyte Eisen? Let's...
Acolyte Eisen, do you need...
There's an unfortunate... A dark, malevolent force has tainted the frost oil stored...
What? But that oil is vital to prevent the...
Thankfully, the recipe for the frost oil remains intact. However, we'll require the help of a mage to craft 2 new vials. Alas, few mages devote themselves to Dora's service, and the temple cannot so easily...
Magister, for the sake of the princess, we implore you. We need your assistance.
The ingredients for the frost oil include ice berries and crystal branches. However, upon checking the temple's inventory,
These ingredients grow primarily in the Patalia Plains.
Wait! I'll come with you!
I see you've gathered the necessary materials.
We must trouble the Magister. I've written down the formula and precise method here. Please follow the instructions carefully and infuse them with magic to craft the frost oil.
Jura above, Archduke. Magister, Dame Tamisha, I am about to bring these 2 ice caskets back to the castle. Once the princess's remains and the Archduke's belongings are settled, I will return to the...
Yes, but we haven't asked the...
Apologies.
Let loyalty and resilience steady your heart, Captain. You must not falter. Not now. Not Please wait a moment. I will go fetch him. Acolyte Eisen is currently occupied, but I have his answer. He said that General Valka and Ludovic, however, they are undead after all. And the temple is concerned about the public's perception and the ducal family's image.
Jura above. This is already... Magister, would you kindly extend the invitation to especially Valka? Without your assistance, I may never be able to locate her.
Why don't we start by visiting Everstill Manor?
Thank you, truly. You, Dame Tamisha, I entrust Magister. I will await your return.
Are you a Templar Knight? Has Whiteridge fallen so far?
You. Are you from the Valisa?
Your expression, I've seen it countless times. Surprise, I thought the temple molded Templar Knights' hearts into unyielding steel.
Then you have misunderstood the temple. Our hearts are guided by faith, not dulled by it.
I've misunderstood nothing, just as you misunderstand nothing about me. Do not trouble yourself with now. Enough of these pleasantries. What brings you to my presence today? Another funeral for the Valisa family. I never thought I'd attend one again. Since you've extended the courtesy of inviting me, and the temple permits the gravestone to attend, I will come. I'll send someone to fetch her. Please, wait here.
Valka, you're here! We've been waiting forever!
What's the matter? Ludovic sent for me, claiming it was urgent. The funeral for the princess?
And
Sigmund Valisa, the Archduke who met his tragic end during the Frost Fury incident. The temple is arranging his funeral as well.
I see.
The funeral will take place in 3 days. Your generosity honors the departed. May the goddesses bless.
Your blessings are noted, but we no longer have need of Dura's light. Where will Sigmund and Yelena rest until the funeral? Valisa Castle or Whiteridge Temple? So, all that remains of the Valisa family is the Valisa branch of the Duchy of Whiteridge is no more. I shall go. Whatever has come to pass, I remain a part of the Valisa bloodline. That will never change.
I will accompany you. The Valisa family were one. The princess. I pray she may find the peace but eluded her and...
Rest assured, the goddess shall cradle them in her eternal light. Magister Merlin and I must return to the castle to assist Captain Rodrigo with the preparation. May the radiance of the goddess guide and...
What's going on? The castle looks... Yeah, it wasn't like...
Restored, you say?
It's kinda hard to explain. We were walking on these giant snowflake-shaped stone slabs floating in the air. And beneath them was just this... But now it's all fixed.
It must be that when the Frost Fury was sealed by Magister Merlin, her sinister influence on the castle was undone. The cleansing has restored everything to its natural state. Isn't that strange indeed? Such a delay in the...
Could it be that the Frost Fury's magic was so powerful?
Regardless of the answer, our immediate priority is to find Captain Rodrigo. If the castle has
Jura above. Magister, surely you sense that something isn't right here. When I led the team back, the castle had already reverted. I assumed the Hypogean's influence had been fully eradicated, so I instructed everyone. The maids and the guards claimed to have no recollection of funeral preparations. Instead,
Captain Rodrigo, what are you saying? We haven't heard of any noble passing away. If that had happened, the Archduke would have dispatched stewards to coordinate with the temple. We are preparing for the Snowspire Festival.
The Snowspire Festival? That ended long ago. Who authorized this to take place in the castle now?
It was Miss Lydia. She told us to arrange a small celebration inspired by the Snowspire Festival.
Miss Lydia was the princess's most trusted steward. She's been at Her Highness's side since...
Lieutenant, are you feeling unwell? How could you forget Miss Lydia after all these years? Of course I'm talking about you. You are Captain Rodrigo's lieutenant. What's gotten into you two?
Magister, they're confusing you with someone else again.
Watch your tongue. How dare you utter such even if you are Captain Rodrigo's lieutenant. Captain Rodrigo, you must put an end to this
The princess is... This cannot be. Why is this happening?
But the Hypogean has already been sealed.
Perhaps her magic hasn't been fully purged. Lingering...
If that is the case, we cannot risk the princess's body remaining in the castle. I will dispatch someone to retrieve her body. We must ensure...
Princess Yelena's body is...
Yes. The guards I dispatched have thoroughly searched the mortuary inside and out. Not only did they fit...
Could it be that Chippy? Don't say something so terrifying.
While I'm not certain of the exact nature of the illusion you all witnessed previously, this situation feels...
And the maids mistaking Magister Merlin for someone before. In the illusion, we saw Princess Yelena when she was ill. At that time, she hadn't yet fallen... If this is another illusion, does that mean...
Whether this is reality or another illusion, I must find Her Highness. The Duchy of Whiteridge has suffered far too much already.
Do not despair, Captain Rodrigo. Steady yourself.
Her Highness, frail in life, spent most of her time in her chamber.
Then lead the way. Jira above. May you protect Princess Yelena.
honorable knight, surely you've come to deliver Dura's divine message.
Me? I'm afraid you're mistaken. I am but a humble knight of the temple.
But then, why are you here at Valisa Castle? Silence, Lieutenant. This is not your—
Miss Lydia, I must ask that you show respect to both Magister Merlin and Dame Tamesia. Magister Merlin and Dame Tamesia have come to assist.
Enough! Captain Rodrigo, Her Highness has always trusted you most. Yet you dare speak such— I shall report you directly to the Archduke if you utter another word of disrespect.
The Archduke? But he has already— I apologize. Her Highness's illness has left me unsettled. It feels like I've been trapped in a nightmare, one from which I have yet— I only wish to know why she is not in our chamber.
That is because Her Highness— we've recreated many activities from the Snowspire Festival. You must have seen them when you arrived. Thanks to our—
You've truly—
Of course! During all the preparation—
Thank you for letting us know, Miss Lydia.
The Valisa Court also extends its gratitude and thanks for your blessings upon Her Highness.
Something feels off about her.
Did you notice something?
I sense a faint trace of dark energy lingering on her. It's similar to the energy we detected in the Sun Temple when Burial arrived. This could make her more susceptible.
Hypogeans, what should we do now, Magister? Understood. Miss Lydia, I apologize. Where is Princess Yelena? I wish to personally apologize and offer—
Her Highness is wandering about the castle as lively as a sprite, blessed by the goddess. I suggest you and your lieutenant take this opportunity to relax. You both appear far too tense. Here, take this. You may exchange it for gifts, just as in this— Now, I must go fetch Her Highness's favorite velvet shawl.
It seems the passage has been sealed. Could she have sensed something suspicious about us?
If she were truly under Hypogean influence, she would not have merely— Furthermore, look at these decorations. They must have a deeper significance.
Could Miss Lydia still be angry with Captain Rodrigo for saying that? She doesn't seem like the type to be so petty.
Miss Lydia is a reasonable woman. Even if she believed I had broken my knightly vows, she would not act impulsively. She would— Before her illness, Her Highness often hid her cherished possessions in this passage. After Her Highness fell ill, the Archduke sealed the passage to prevent her from sneaking out. Since then, no items have been stored here.
I've inspected the area. There's no door, no hidden mechanisms.
The passage is completely
Activity for the festival. Is this one where—
the main hall mentions Lydia to prepare the celebration in the style of the festival. This way to open the door with— It looks like the story here is about a frail girl who dreams of playing outside, but is too weak.
I believe I understand now. This castle— Before Princess Yelena's passing, Miss Lydia devoted herself to planning a grand celebration, hoping Her Highness could still share. But the princess left this world before the preparations could be completed. That's correct. This celebration never fully...
Just like when he first arrived at the castle. But how do we escape it?
Now isn't the time to speculate.
Fear not. The answer lies in this. By brewing the potion and pouring it into the flower pot, the plant will sprout and the door will open. Well, I only recalled it. Well, it just came to me that this mechanism is tied. When Princess Yelena fell ill and lost her spirit, Miss Lydia sought to comfort her. She told the princess, and then she could leave her room to see the world beyond.
I see. The blooming plant symbolizes the arrival of spring. And with it, her recovery. No wonder Lydia designed this puzzle.
Jira.
The way forward will open as soon as we brew the growth potion.
This letter says Amy lost the strength to walk. Were these the same symptoms
Indeed. By the time Miss Lydia arranged the celebration, the Archduke and all who cared for her understood that her chances of... The princess still clung to hope.
The people of White Ridge are truly devoted to their faith.
Are you referring to this letter?
It's clear that the maid who stayed by Amy's side mirrors Miss Lydia. Like the maid, Miss Lydia must have prayed countless times with
That's right. Miss Lydia, because of that, even when others had accepted praying to Jura was her...
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but it may have been the princess's fate. Something even Jura herself...
I understand.
This story mirrors Princess Yelena's life in so many ways. Lydia, but sadly,
The princess has passed. We must focus on crafting the growth potion and get out of here to find the princess's body. Only then can we preserve her final dignity.
Captain Rodrigo? Lieutenant? You truly... Please, hand me your collection card, and I shall paint the petals. Yes, the real first-place sapphire...
Where is the princess?
I believe she should be in the atelier. I saw her heading that way. If you head over now, you might run
into an alive.
Regardless...
Honorable guests.
A doughman. Is that a custom?
Oh, I see your Captain Rodrigo. In our duchy, it snows all year, so we naturally... After her illness, the princess became quite sensitive to the cold. Since the idea is simple. Take 2 dough balls, stack them to form a body. Why don't you try making one too? You could create your own unique design that isn't already in the castle. I'm sure the princess will be so delighted. Oh my! This is... Now, please head to the guard over there and choose some
many decorations. Besides scarves, there... Magister, what kind of doman would you like to make? Oh, maybe bear? I've been in White Ridge for so long that I'm starting to miss the... Next time we meet them, we can teach them. But let's focus on making this doman first.
Oh, this dollman is so adorable. It looks like a kitty's, bear? Oh, well, I'd love to give you a real sapphirine petal. I'm afraid
Might I ask where the princess has...
Miss Lydia came to escort her. They're likely participating in another activity. There's one in the downstairs hall.
How is Her Highness?
It's... well... you see...
If there is something to be said, speak plainly.
Her Highness seems very happy today. Perhaps she hasn't been this cheerful in quite some time. Even her steps appear lighter and more lively than usual. But her health still leaves much to be desired.
I see. Please, do not mention it in front of Her Highness.
I understand. Miss Lydia has already spoken of the matter.
Good. Very well. These capybaras.
What's going on?
The Archduke gifted these capybaras to... When Her Highness was dying, she worried that they would make the Archduke sad, so she instructed me. I believe I sent them away long ago, but now they're here.
The past is reappearing again. Just like when we saw Valka and Cryonia fighting each other on the ancient battlefield. It could be one of those weird vision thingies of the past.
But what happened here is complete. The castle festivities were unprepared when Her Highness was alive, so this can't be the past.
That's right. Since you know this is compelling humans with beautiful illusions is precisely one of the favored tactics of the Hypogeans. As champion...
This illusion is different from what we have experienced before. In the previous illusion, we witnessed the true... But in this illusion, Princess Yelena didn't die. The festivity... Could it be that everyone's unwilling to accept Princess Yelena's death? But we didn't see any weird-looking mates this time. And talking to the... Maybe we haven't met the right ones yet.
Let's continue with the festivities for now. Charon, aren't you responsible for guarding the
Yes, sir. I'm here according to Miss Lydia's instructions. Captain Rodrigo, would you like to try the capybara chasing game? You win by leading them down the car. I heard from the maids that Miss Lydia... Oh, Lieutenant, this will be a breeze since you're always caring for the capybaras.
Yes, the lieutenant has indeed taken very good care of these capybaras. It's up to you.
I knew you could do it, Lieutenant. Your form was perfect.
The lieutenant has been very...
I bet. You've been working too hard.
Her Highness and Miss Lydia aren't here.
There are a few activities in the Great Hall and the audience.
Apologies, everyone. The ball...
It's a real ball! Is Miss... But with Princess Yelena's health...
Perhaps in this illusion, Her Highness's condition has improved.
The ball won't begin until all the other activities have ended. What activity is this? Why?
This is called the dough ball fight. Instead of a snowball fight, you use dough balls to try and hit the target.
Is this another activity?
Yes. After all, if we had a snowball fight, everyone would be worried about the princess running around. Besides, no one... All right, enough of these sad musings. Ladies and gentlemen... Congratulations!
First place belongs to the...
Oh yes. Let's see. Your collection card is only missing color in 2 petals. Seems they're from... You'd better hurry. The ball is about to begin. Thank you for the reminder.
Welcome to the Enigma Chase! Are you ready for this game, my lovely guests? The Enigma Chase is an activity that has our guests find the 3 hidden servants in the audience chamber. Although it sounds simple, finding them won't be easy. Use your imagination.
It seems like this is a version of the snow...
Miss Lydia has put in a lot of effort for Her Highness. Femi, what are you doing?
Oh,
Why aren't you accompanying Her Highness? What is that
no, it's just...
a farewell letter? The Archduke has ordered everyone not to tell Her Highness of her condition. Who told her?
Yes, let's calm down, Captain.
Perhaps you're right.
Since the first snowfall of winter, none of us mention it, especially in front of Her Highness. Even the doctor hasn't said anything. When we went to her room this morning to help her change, she took out the letter and handed it to us.
What did Her Highness...
I don't know all the details, but Her Highness hopes for a water burial instead of a proper one.
Water burial?
According to Her Highness, although it would be nice, she's afraid that one day she may become an undead, roaming the Dutch.
Dura would never allow such blasphemy to happen. How could she even think that? No, there's never been such a thing as water burials here. Even when the undead roam the countryside, water burials leave no remains. So where should the living send their condolences? Not to mention...
Her Highness has always...
Is this really what Her Highness wants? Does she not...
If there's even the slightest possibility of me hurting the people of Whiteridge, then I won't have a traditional burial. And then... she made us swear to the...
And you swore?
I'm sorry, Captain. But I can't bear seeing Her Highness cry again.
You swore an oath to Dura.
Yes, I know. But there was no way I was going to refuse, Captain. Facing Her Highness, even after we swore, Her Highness smiled. Then, she seemed to have regained some of her strength. Her exact words were, "Thank you all for everything."
Did a miracle really...
I don't know. I hope there were fireworks at a festival. It was so beautiful. But fireworks... Forgive my dreary words. I wish Her Highness... Forgive me! If you still doubt my words, find Miss Lydia. Her Highness also said...
Where is Miss Lydia?
I don't know. When the festivities...
You're dismissed. Don't tell anyone.
Yes.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
According to the tenets of the temple, if a water burial was...
She does resemble a display of...
I have not yet had the privilege of meeting Her Highness in person. However, I have seen people from the maid's words. I felt her conviction, her duty to protect the Dutch as a Templar knight.
But, no. Let us go find Miss Lydia.
Oh no, you found everyone.
The game, have you seen her?
That's strange.
When?
Just before you entered the audience chamber. You must have passed by them.
This is... let's ask someone. No, this celebration was specially prepared for Her Highness, so she should perform the opening dance.
Calm down. Let's ask.
Where is Her Highness and Miss Lydia?
Of course, Her Highness came, but she wasn't feeling well, so she stood in the Miss Lydia mentioned that the princess was preparing to offer. Her Highness is so...
Offering a flower to Dura. Then she should be at the temple. I don't know what's happening, but I think you're right. Even if someone was helping her, Dura above, I wish this miracle was real. The Duchy of
Wake up, Captain Rodrigo! This isn't...
But can't it become true? We're taught that Dura is all-knowing and powerful. Can't what has happened be changed? I didn't pray for her resurrection like the Archduke, but here she...
Wake up, Captain. This illusion is affecting you. Listen to Magister Merlin. No one knows magic better than illusions lead to delusions. Neither you nor I can presume to speak of miracles. If our fate is shaken even for a second, evil will find... If you consider yourself a true knight of the Duchy of Whiteridge, I urge you to let go in the name of the temple. Our priority is to locate the princess and...
Magister, Dura above, fortify my resolve, so that I do not succumb to confusion. We'll have to go to the temple.
Has the princess already presented...
But the princess isn't here! Miss Lydia just said it very clearly. Her Highness offered up a sapphirine blossom to the goddess. Shippy's...
Except for us, no one else here notices. Miss Lydia!
Magister Merlin, let's...
Miss Lydia...
You're delirious again. Why are you not bowing to Her Highness? She's just offered up a sapphirine blossom to Dura.
Shippy doesn't get it. Is there supposed to be someone next to Miss Lydia?
Do you know what you're saying, Miss Lydia?
Dura is protecting Her Highness, is she not? Look closely. By Dura's grace, Her Highness's color has
That's an... Wake up, Miss Lydia.
What are you talking about? Oh, Captain Rodrigo, calm your heart, I beg you. Look around. I arranged all this for her.
Her Highness is dead. Open your eyes. Her Highness isn't standing next to you. The real princess.
Captain Rodrigo, she isn't dead. She can't be dead. I've watched over her.
Miss Lydia? She's become like that weird... The key to this illusion...
Like the captain said, Miss Lydia and Her Highness, it is very likely that she could not accept the princess's death. And the most important thing right now is to find Miss Lydia and...
She's headed to Her Highness's chamber.
Your Highness, The celebration is ready. Just open your eyes and you'll see how beautiful the castle looks. So please, just open your eyes.
Miss Lydia.
No, you're lying! Her Highness was so eager to participate in the Snowspire Festival. I promised to arrange a grand castle. How could she be?
I understand how you feel.
No, you don't. She lost her mother too soon. She grew up with no one but duty and the weight of her title. And then the rarest herbs couldn't save her. The ancient ancestor of the Valisa line turned his back on her. Even the Oh, Dura, why are you doing this to Her Highness? A kind, gentle child who only wanted to see the Snowspire Festival.
Something's not right. Stay behind me. Whatever was left behind by the...
Oh, Goddess.
You're above. I have no choice but to...
No, please, Din. Is there no other way to calm her down? She was dear to Her Highness, and Her Highness was dear to her.
The snowman in the painting is Yelena? The thick, beautiful... Why is there such a painting? When did Yelena attend the festival? Is this some kind of cruel... When did she give this to you? I saw her learn to write. Her little hands gripping the quill as her teacher guided. Every piece she created, I preserved. Your Highness, you can finally paint again. Look, your snowman is smiling so Dura above. Your wish...
I share your pain. However, her...
Princess...
The Hypogean influence is fading.
It seems she has finally accepted the truth about what pained her. It was kinder in the end to pull her from her delusions and help her...
I agree. Magister Merlin, please, we need to shatter this false palace of illusion. This...
Miss Lydia, we once met Fami, Her Highness's personal maid. She said that before her death, Her Highness hoped...
A farewell... Yes, she did leave such a letter. She shouldn't have written the letter. She was definitely... But in the end...
So, the water burial.
Yes, I can't fathom what she was thinking. Her Highness was so I just don't know anymore. If it was Princess Yelena's wish, I should help her. But no, Her Highness cannot just leave us.
Father, I dream of taking a boat downstream to where the river flows, and it may be hard to grant my wish of attending the Snowspire Festival. So please promise me that after when the time comes, could you pray and talk to Mother for me? Who made this world so full of wonder? There are still so many treats I haven't tasted. As your daughter, I forbid you to come see me. Promise me you'll live for countless more years. As long as the eternal snow on White Ridge Mountain, I wish to become a flower, so I can kiss you again when the spring breeze carries. Farewell, Father. I'll love you until the end of time.
This is indeed...
When she first wrote her letter, Princess Yelena, at that time, Her Highness tried to cheer me up by saying...
Stay strong, Miss Lydia. We can only get... I will inform the the prepared ice caskets.
Miss Lydia, when Her Highness is being... The Hypogean influence that possessed you was powerful. Although, Majesty, to prevent further incidents, I ask that you remain at White Ridge Temple, being under the protection
above. However, before sending Princess Yelena to the temple, could you grant me the honor of cleaning her? Her Highness told me she hoped. Let me at least do this final thing for her. Yes, There are 2 maids outside. Please let them if it needs to be under...
You're the maid who was in...
Audience chamber. Oh, I have a vague impression of being there. How strange.
It seems that after the illusion disappeared...
Fammy, get the other maid, and help Miss Lit...
Her Highness. Yes.
Is there anything I can do for her? I can't just do nothing while seeing her off.
Princess Yelena shouldn't be sent off by herself. I remember she loved the paintings in the drawing room, the plants in the secret passage. She took care of herself. She also wanted... Oh, Dura, even if we placed the entire castle in her casket, it wouldn't really... But I have to come to terms with this. Oh, Yelena, so please...
All right, we'll be back with...
I've taken care to make Princess Yelena look her very best. Look at how calm and peaceful she is. Is it time to send her to the temple?
Yes, it is time to... All that remains of the arch. Now, gently place Her Highness into the ice casket. This is the final... After 3 days of mourning and standing vigil, we will hold a...
Miss Lydia, it's time.
Yes. Thank you for everything you have done for her.
Let's return to White Ridge Temple.
You're the guest the Archduke invited. You're the person who refused to help you.
According to the dictionary, a person is a human being regarded as an individual. I admit
You're...
Do not be rude. He remains a member of the Belisa family, to which we have all sworn allegiance. Magister Merlin is right. Her Highness explicitly stated in her letter that she did not wish to become an undead.
Yes, sweet Yelena. She didn't want to become what...
humans often entertain unrealistic fantasies about becoming a Graveborn, believing that eternal life means being. If you understood what Valka and I have faced throughout the centuries, you wouldn't look up. Eternal life is just another curse.
Is that true, General Valka?
I do not seek to revisit the past. But if it aids in the undead who attacked the people of the Duchy, they were once my fellow soldiers. Yet, as time stretched on without end, they were driven mad by the eternal weight of their existence. This is the reality of being a Graveborn. The everlasting life that countless mortals envy will, in time, twist us into horrifying creatures of darkness.
I believe that becoming a Graveborn would... However, if she were to... Her Highness made her choice, and I should honor her decision. If you love someone, you should put their desires above your own.
This is not your fault. You are...
I have brought an amulet with me. If you would, I have heard that Princess Yelena wished for a waterbed.
These are everbloom flowers. I had intended to write Yelena's epitaph myself. Still, there is a certain beauty in how the living, like blazing fires, melt the snow. Let us be off. It's time.
Thank you all for your company. General Valka, Lord Ludovic, Magister. Her Highness would be honored if she knew how much you've all done for her. The funeral ceremony is over. Now we go to the river to bid our final farewells to Princess Yelena. Miss Lydia's mental state is a bit unstable right now. She was heavily affected by the power of the Hypogean.
Miss Lydia selected the most serene riverside locale within the Battalia Plains for the funeral. She spoke of Princess Yelena's cherished memories of the place. She hoped that the sapphirine blossoms blooming
Where blossoms sway and winds do croon, like snowflakes born in frost's embrace, in dreams of azure, in a land where beneath the goddesses, with kisses kind and hearts so true. Eternal, I can do no more for Yelena. So let this poem accompany it.
Will you not present it to Her Highness at her funeral?
The final farewell falls upon I cannot bring myself to say farewell to another member of the Valisa bloodline.
Thank you for everything you've done for Her Highness and the...
It's time for you.